Welcome to dybooks, your one-stop destination for book summaries, full books to read and audiobooks. Download dybooks app today. Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet and feeling trapped in the rat race? In Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki offers a radical new perspective on money and wealth that can help you achieve financial freedom and independence. Drawing on his own experiences growing up with two father figures, one who was poor in terms of financial literacy, and the other who was rich in mindset and knowledge about money, Kiyosaki presents a set of principles and practices that can help anyone build wealth and create a life of abundance. From understanding the difference between assets and liabilities to the importance of passive income and financial education, Rich Dad Poor Dad challenges conventional wisdom and offers a roadmap to financial success. In this book summary, we will explore the key ideas and insights from Kiyosaki's book, including the importance of taking risks, the role of mindset in creating wealth, and the value of financial literacy. Whether you're just starting out in your career or looking to take your financial game to the next level, Rich Dad Poor Dad provides a powerful and inspiring guide to achieving your financial goals. Introduction. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a popular personal finance book that was published in 1997. The book has become a bestseller and has been translated into dozens of languages. The author, Robert Kiyosaki, grew up with two different father figures who had different views on money and wealth. In the book, Kiyosaki compares and contrasts the advice and teachings of both fathers, which he calls Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Through this comparison, Kiyosaki shares his own experiences and lessons learned about how to become wealthy. The book is filled with practical advice, inspirational stories, and life lessons that can help anyone who wants to become financially independent. In this blog post, we will provide a summary of Rich Dad Poor Dad and analyze the key points made by the author. We hope that this article will inspire you to take control of your finances and achieve financial freedom. Overview. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a book written by Robert Kiyosaki that emphasizes the importance of financial literacy and education. The book is based on the author's own experience growing up with two different fathers, one his biological father who was an educated government employee and the other, his friend's father who was a successful businessman with little formal education. The book is divided into 10 chapters, and each chapter focuses on a specific lesson related to personal finance and investing. The author uses his experiences with both his fathers to illustrate the key differences in their beliefs about money, investing, and wealth building. Through the book, Kiyosaki shares his philosophy of wealth building and financial freedom, which is based on understanding the difference between assets and liabilities and investing in income-producing assets that generate cash flow. He encourages readers to take control of their financial future and to make decisions based on financial education rather than fear or misinformation. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a practical guide to personal finance that challenges traditional beliefs about money and investing and provides readers with a roadmap for achieving financial freedom. Summary of key chapters. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a personal finance book written by Robert Kiyosaki. The book tells the story of Robert and his two fathers, his biological father, who is referred to as the poor dad, and his friend's father, who is referred to as the rich dad. The book provides a different perspective on how to handle money and wealth, and how to become financially successful. Chapter 1. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The book starts with Robert Kiyosaki introducing his two fathers and the financial lessons he learned from each of them. His poor dad was a government employee who believed in getting a good education, working hard, and saving money. His rich dad, on the other hand, was an entrepreneur who owned several businesses and focused on creating assets that generated cash flow. Chapter 2. The rich don't work for money. In this chapter, Robert explains that the rich do not work for money but instead, they make money work for them. He argues that people should focus on building assets that generate cash flow, such as rental properties, stocks, and businesses, instead of just working for money. Chapter 3. Why teach financial literacy? Robert Kiyosaki believes that financial education should be a part of the school curriculum. He argues that financial education is essential in today's world, where money is becoming more and more important, and traditional job security is declining. Chapter 4: The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. In this chapter, Robert explains the history of taxes and how they have evolved over time. He also talks about the power of corporations and how they use the tax system to their advantage. Chapter 5: The Rich Invent Money. This chapter focuses on the concept of financial intelligence. Robert argues that the rich have a high level of financial intelligence, which allows them to create money out of thin air by using other people's money, creating or investing in businesses, and taking advantage of opportunities. Chapter 6: Work to Learn, Don't Work for Money. Robert Kiyosaki believes that education does not stop after graduation. He argues that people should continue learning and acquiring new skills to improve their chances of financial success. Chapter 7: Overcoming Obstacles. In this chapter, Robert explains how fear and self-doubt can hold people back from achieving financial success. He encourages readers to take risks and embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Chapter 8: Getting Started. Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of taking action to achieve financial success. He encourages readers to start small, focus on building assets that generate cash flow, and to surround themselves with like-minded people. Chapter 9: Still Want More? Here are some to-dos. In this chapter, Robert provides practical advice on how to get started on the path to financial success. He encourages readers to start by tracking their expenses, developing a financial plan, and investing in assets that generate cash flow. Chapter 10: 10 Lessons I Learned from My Rich Dad. Robert concludes the book by summarizing the 10 most important lessons he learned from his rich dad. These lessons include the importance of financial education, the power of cash flow, the value of taking risks, and the importance of surrounding oneself with like-minded people. Rich Dad Poor Dad provides a unique perspective on personal finance and wealth building. The book emphasizes the importance of financial education, acquiring assets that generate cash flow, and taking risks to achieve financial success. Analysis and evaluation. Rich Dad Poor Dad has been a controversial book since its publication in 1997, with both praise and criticism surrounding the author's ideas and advice. Kiyosaki's theories on wealth accumulation and financial education have been both applauded for their practicality and criticized for their lack of nuance and occasional contradictions. On the one hand, the book's emphasis on developing financial literacy and taking control of one's finances is an important message that is still relevant today. The idea that one should not rely on a traditional job as the sole source of income and instead create multiple streams of income is a valuable lesson that can help people achieve financial freedom. Additionally, Kiyosaki's concept of paying yourself first is a sound financial principle that encourages readers to prioritize saving and investing. On the other hand, some critics have pointed out that the book's advice is overly simplistic and ignores the complexities of wealth creation. Kiyosaki's portrayal of real estate investment as a sure thing has been criticized as potentially misleading, and his advice to avoid formal education in favor of financial education has been questioned by some. Additionally, some of the book's anecdotes and examples have been called into question for their accuracy and authenticity. While Rich Dad Poor Dad has some valuable insights into personal finance, it is important for readers to approach its ideas critically and with a nuanced understanding of wealth creation. While some of Kiyosaki's ideas may be useful, they should not be taken as gospel and should be evaluated within the broader context of an individual's unique financial situation. Conclusion: Rich Dad Poor Dad is a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their financial situation and build wealth. Kiyosaki's emphasis on financial education, risk-taking, and the importance of acquiring income-generating assets offers practical and actionable advice for readers. While some of his claims and anecdotes may be questioned, the overall message of the book is clear. Anyone can achieve financial independence with the right mindset and approach to money management. Rich Dad Poor Dad is an informative and motivational book that provides valuable lessons on how to achieve financial freedom. The book stresses the importance of financial education and understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. By following the lessons and strategies shared by the author, readers can learn how to build wealth, increase their income streams, and achieve their financial goals. It also emphasizes the importance of taking risks, embracing failure, and having a positive mindset. This book is a must-read for anyone looking to improve their financial situation and build a more secure future. Thank you for taking the time to listen this book summary. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. Don't forget to follow DY Books on social media to stay up to date on our latest book summaries and releases. Thank you once again and see you in next video.